Hello, Amber Vilhauer here, your online business growth expert. And during today's 4-minute fast track video, I really want to talk to you about copywriting and branding. Specifically, how do I write in my own voice and trust that that's okay for my brand or that I'm doing the right things? I mean, it's sort of a gray area that a lot of clients struggle with. They have major trust issues with their own abilities. They feel like they don't trust that they have the right message or that they're delivering it in the right way. And it breaks my heart because there's really nothing that I can teach you. There's no formula that I can teach you to grow that confidence. What's going to grow that confidence is time and experience, if you want to know the absolute blunt truth. And any good coach should tell you that. So yeah, you could take copywriting courses and you could try to hone in on your intuition. There are other tips I'm going to share with you, but at the end of the day, you just need more time and you just need more experience and you need to trust yourself, right? But let's dig into a few things that really helped me to trust my voice and delivering my message, okay? And it really comes from knowing who Amber is. And the more that I knew who Amber was, the easier it was to convey any kind of a message. And now, I've really worked on myself since I was 16. I really didn't like myself back then, and I was making poor decisions. I was pushing my family away. I was really lost and depressed as a teenager. And I realized all of a sudden one day that this was not the life that I wanted to live. And I had to figure out, well, who do I want to be? How do I want to show up in the world? So day by day, decision by decision, I started to figure out who do I want to be? And I made decisions based on that version of Amber, not who Amber currently was, right? So in order to figure out who I wanted to be, I had to point to personal development and growth. I had to learn what my options were. And I studied mentors. I read books. I wrote a lot. I forgave myself for past experiences and transgressions, and I started to trust myself again. And the more I became more comfortable in my own skin, the better response I was getting from friends or colleagues, better success I was having at work, and it just kind of kept propelling me to move forward into growing into this person that I was really proud of. And today, I really like myself, and it was a lot of hard work to get to this point. And that does not mean there are not things I want to change about myself or stupid mistakes I make. I'm human. I always will be, right? But generally, I'm very confident in who I am. I'm okay saying things like holy cow on video. I'm okay if I don't have a perfect little ponytail. I'm okay if I have a typo in my blog post. I'm human, but I really do try hard to show up and do good in the world, right? So part of this is having a confidence with yourself, and then combining that with time and experience. Something else that helped me in the very beginning when I was still developing my confidence was seeing what other people were doing and how they were delivering their message. I started really paying attention and observing other people in the online space, since that was my industry. And I would look at people who were like, the opposite of who I would want to be. They're up on stage using the F word constantly and demeaning women. And I thought, yuck, I don't want to be like that. Or I'd see people who were very stiff and professional in their delivery. And I thought, I don't really want to be that either. And so just the power of observation, I was able to see, who did I want to be in this space? I wanted to be somebody that was full of energy and passion and enthusiasm. I wanted to be smart. I wanted to be well respected. I wanted to be, educated. I wanted to know what I was talking about. I wanted to practice what I preach. I wanted to be lovable. I wanted to be professional. I wanted to be funny. I wanted to be all of these things. So that really helped me to figure out how I wanted to show up. And then as in tandem, I was figuring out how to be that person, that naturally came through in my writing. And the more I got to figure out who is the type of person I wanted to work with, which you can only figure that out by working with as many different types of people as possible. There's no shortcut to figuring that out. But I figured out that I want to work with authors, speakers, and coaches, people that are heart-centered and they invest in themselves and they want to be inspired and they want to do good in the world. And then I started using language that I enjoyed hearing, and I would just spit that back out and use that in my own content as well. And then the people that I was attracting really resonated with that. So the more authentic I was, the more transparent I was, the more confident I was, the more intuitive I became about what I should express. And I don't have any sort of a teleprompter on here. I didn't take any notes ahead of time. I just knew that the right message would be delivered based on the overall topic of, how do I write in my own voice, right? And I just know now that my time and experience leading up to this point, combined with knowing who I am and what's working for me, is going to deliver the right message for you. And if you can take that and emulate that and just be patient and trust yourself and realize that perfection does not exist. So let it go now, because as an entrepreneur, you're going to have to learn that over and over and over and over again. And I know we're going a little bit over on this 4-minute fast track tip, but it's something I'm obviously very passionate about because I don't want anything to hold you back from getting your message out there. There are people that need to hear the message that only you can deliver in your special, unique way. So you have to find a way to overcome that stuff that's going on in your brain that's preventing you from moving forward, and use some of these tips and actionable advice that I've given you here to try to help yourself through that. And I promise you that it's going to get easier in the future. You just have to hang in there and have some time and experience under your belt. If you thought that tip was helpful, there's so much more I can teach you about copywriting and branding. So definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified when I have future videos available. And head on over to insightfuldevelopment.com, where you can learn more about our services and other tools to help you build your business online. And until I see you on the next video, just remember, no guts, no glory. Take care.